Are we allowed to be smart? What's going on, y'all? Peace and love. Welcome to the Light Show, baby. Where the real gets real every day, every motherfucking time. But is it okay? Is it okay for us to grow up? Is it okay for us to wake up? Like, do we have to stay in this spell forever? Especially when we have, brothers and sisters that every day come out here and try to hit y'all in your head to wake you the fuck up. On a spiritual level. We're not trying to physically hurt anybody. There's no point in that. We see where that goes, just to the grave. But with so much going on, would you really want to lose out right now? Would you really want to die right now? Like, be honest. Does anybody who has wisdom and knows what's going on with the kids and the politics and everything, do you want to go out clubbing? Do you want to hang in the rat-infested slums like you used to all the time when you were a kid? And you didn't know anything, and you were intrigued by ignorance? Or are you trying to stay as far away from these motherfuckers in the time of enlightenment as you can? Everybody's mad at the DC thing. I'm gonna be honest. Why are black people talking about they're just, pointing out black people when you're the main person always outside? You've said this dumb shit out your mouth. You've made it a slang, a saying. I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm outside. So who the fuck would be outside then? So maybe that's why they're popping so many niggas, because y'all are outside. Don't have a job. You're not doing anything constructive. You're fighting and stealing and selling drugs and acting stupid. The murder rate was up like a motherfucker in D.C. It ain't new. Chocolate City been violent. So that's not new. But for people to try to come out and say, oh, the police are just alienating black people. No, this would happen if they went to any fucking city that had, like, think about it. Why the fuck, out of all cities to do a bunch of crime in, would you choose Washington, D.C., where the fucking White House is? Why would you do that? Well, I ain't stopping the meth labs. The meth labs is not by Washington, D.C. And then let's be honest with you. What do you think the whole immigrant thing is? What do you think the whole breakdown thing is? Like, I don't know how many times white people were coming out on the TV talking about 100,000 dead from fentanyl, showing us little dead white kids overdosing in Texas. Bruh, they've been on that shit. So you can't say that. You can't say that when they bust the illegals that are bringing in the dope, they're not catching the few white boys at the same time. Yeah, they is. They're just not promoting it. Okay, the black criminals that they're catching, they just showing mugshots. They're not fucking promoting these motherfuckers. They're not. And then it takes a true genius to realize something. Maybe if we stopped fucking doing crime, they wouldn't be able to fucking do that to us. Maybe. All right, let's get to the goods of this video. Because my people are going to have to learn. I've heard countless of us say this shit. Oh, yeah, the niggas. What niggas are you referring to? Are you referring to Jethro? You referring to Billy Bob and them? Because them some niggas too. And I can hear people all day. They're going to be like, nah, this is not true. Why? Because you didn't cocksuck the fuck out of Richard Pryor, a boule, homosexual, bisexual, that fucking rapidly advocated for this garbage to be spewed out of your mouth? You're mad at that? You know he was a boule, a Mason, right? You know that, right? The same motherfucker who's sleeping with Marlon Brando, so much so that God cursed him that his homeboy Paul Mooney molested his son when he was underage. You see how the devil worked? Just like Alicia Keys. You cheated with Swiss Beats when he was still married to his wife. So what the fuck did Swiss do to you? Cheated on your ass and got another bitch pregnant while he was pregnant with you. You don't understand the universal rule, huh? What goes around comes around? You don't get that. Okay, cool. What is a white nigger? White For white people mimicking African American culture, see wigger. So it's telling you that a white nigger is not a wigger. For white people mimicking African American culture, see wigger. So look for that word. That's not what we're looking at. For the Norman, it was Norman Clayton, but no, Norman Mailer essay, See the White Negro. So somebody made an essay about this. White nigger is a slur referring to a low-class white person. The term nigger is a racial slur that refers to black Americans, typically ones of low social economic status. So what did I just tell you? The only black people that would be considered a nigger are the broke ones. See, this word means lazy and ignorant. We understand that. Okay, a lazy, ignorant person would amount to a broke person. Check this out, I get it. What I'm saying is, how many of you niggers have oh, wait, the Cincinnati Brawl. Am I mad at the black people? No, I think they're fucking stupid, but no, I'm not mad, no. Am I mad at the white people? No, I think they're fucking stupid, but no. What did we learn about that? We learned that a bunch of niggers got into it that night. Black and white ones. Because broke white people are niggers. Doesn't mean, remember they said low social economics. They broke. I can't say that the white people that got beat up that night are like broke. I can't say that, but I know they went for that money. I know they took them donations. I know a rich white person wouldn't need a GoFundMe. They wouldn't need none of that shit because, see, they had already hooked up with their lawyer. They about to sue your ass under the ground. They wouldn't need no GoFundMe. Some white niggers, maybe. They might need a GoFundMe. So this word is starting to seem like it is referring to the trash that black people accept. Black people accepted Eminem. Now they hate on him, but and in the beginning he was hated on too, but it's like they allowed him to be Royce da 5'9's hype man, said nigga all the time. They allowed him to be Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's hype man, he said nigga all the time. Nobody said nothing. Why? Because he's a white nigger. See, long as they're about being broke, and that's most of the, the Pan-African, most of them are about keeping you broke. Whether it's financially broke, spiritually broke, mentally broke. They're about keeping you broke. Form of a nigger. Low economic shit. You ain't got no money. So I want people in the world to realize something. Nobody cares if you don't comprehend this game. Like, just prime example, just look at the American blacks. Look at them. Look how they can't come up in a place where they have all the athletical advantage. They're athletically stronger than everybody who's challenging them, everybody who's playing them. They're literally physically stronger than all of them. Okay, then you have all the musical, like, spiritual pulls. You can pull in all these people with your music. Whether they want to claim that, they're not listening to black rock and roll. You guys can steal something that's not yours and put your face on it all you want. It's just like blackface. Who was the white dude imitating? He ain't got no talent. That's why he made this a talent. He don't have none. Why wasn't he over here singing the opera and Beethoven's? Why weren't they into that? Why would they create a minstrel show? Right. Same thing with jazz, blues, rock and roll. Same reason why everybody credits Kenny G and not Miles Davis. Everybody's crediting, Elvis Presley, but not Chuck Berry. They said Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time. So if they can spell cashew, if they can take what you do and make them the top tier and you the bottom, why do you still support their stuff? I'm not saying you can't buy nice things and have a nice life. That's not my point. What I'm saying is, why are you so in awe and beguiled about what they're doing? Every time you ask black people to unite, the first thing they're going to bring up is what white people are doing, which has nothing to do with them. That's why you can't come up. That's why y'all don't have it like that, where it's like it's a code of conduct. Every fucking city y'all come in, it's on point. Everything Gucci. White people can do that. White man can move from the East Coast to the West Coast and have the same A-OK life. It's y'all. Y'all the ones that want to look at each other all funny and act stupid and shit and not see at the end of the day, you're not even the only niggers out here. There's white niggers. Every day that y'all go to work and have to deal with people that are white working, that are not up class, that are regular 9-to-5ers just like you. Those are niggers. They're just white niggers. Now, who would make this? This is the genius part. Who do you think was labeling these colors back in the day? You keep acting like these are just regular whites or something. No, these are the elites. They all have to have these secret dinners and agree on everything. We're not talking about presidents. We're not talking about none of that, because the president only gets push from the people voting for them. This is not, a totalitarian. You can just take over. No. You'd have to have friends. It's about even. There was more unracist presidents, but there was a plethora of racist presidents. So who was the voters? Who's the ones like pulling the coattail? That's the thing. First, everybody's talking about Trump's hiding, the Epstein files and stuff like that. How could he do that? I thought he was a Russian agent. How's he hiding anything? See, I'm using your all shit against you. You said that he was. So how's now? He couldn't run nothing for the first 4 years. He had no power whatsoever. Now all of a sudden he has all his power, but he's a Russian spy. But had none the years that you told us he was a Russian spy. Whatever, man. I just don't want y'all to die in your feelings. Don't live your life thinking that you actually knew what you was talking about. Maybe these are just words. And people are fucking with your head because they didn't put the dopamine in your head so much so that you're calling yourself a nigga. KRS One line. Got white boys calling themselves niggas. Well, technically they are, because they're low economics. They're low socially and economically. They're broke. That's what a nigger is, lazy and ignorant. Does that mean that there wasn't, redlining and bait taking? And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about education. A lot of people just didn't strive. They didn't want to go to school and learn the things that they needed to learn to achieve where they wanted to be. So I just want my people to know something. That's not just you. And the elites know that that's not just you. And that's why they're the ones who made up this word. Didn't no black person make up the term white nigger. Because black people don't like that word. They don't like the word nigger. They're against it. They'll say nigger, but they won't say nigger. So who would make this word? It can't be the dumb country hick who thinks he's white pride and the better. Couldn't have been him. He would never call himself that. But that old rich elite, the motherfucker who got 12, 15 kids tied in the basement somewhere, doing fucking sacrifices, setting up celebrities, having them OD, all different types of shit, because they're the ones who bring them the drugs. These celebrities don't hit the streets for drugs. They get them given to them. Some have, connections in different cities, yeah, because, they're coming from the street, regular life, but most of them don't. Corny ass white boys get all up in that Hollywood and shit. motherfuckers don't know no drug dealers. They didn't grow up like that. So where they getting the drugs? Why do you think all celebrities damn near have slept with the same women? Same groupies, same celebrity women. How many dates have Kim Kardashian had? How many boyfriends she had that were celebrities? How many have Halle Berry had that were celebrities? The list goes on and on. It's so bad that they literally do that on the internet. They'll show you all the famous people that famous people have dated. They got one for Jay-Z. They got one for, like I said, Kim Kardashian. The list goes on. Why do you think that is? You guys heard of an inner sanctum, right? A closed net, you know, like a cloak. Okay, well, that's the same thing the elites did with the word nigger. They made everybody think that it had to do with a race when it doesn't. That's why Wikipedia has a word called white nigger. It's a slur, but it's still there. Who would have been saying that slur? Who do you see calling him white nigger? Not wigger, white nigger. Who do you see saying that? I see some uppity elite seeing protesting whites and whites out there just acting stupid and burning shit and like, look at these white niggers. That's who made up those terms. That's who made up the word nigger. Everybody wants to go with niggas, and that has nothing to do with what you're saying. You're saying lazy and ignorant. You're not saying king and Ethiopian. You're not saying ancient serpent from, Indonesia/India. You're not saying any of that. You know exactly what the fuck you're saying. You're trying to cut off the ER and make it a GA, which more concludes that you're a nigger because you're making up shit. It's not real. Lazy and ignorant. Instead of breaking down the real word and saying that it's lazy and ignorant. Okay? So who would be calling white people lazy and ignorant as well? And why do we act like, and there's no offense to white people, and damn sure there's no offense to hardworking white people that get up every day and try to make their way in life. I'm not insulting you. What I'm saying is, how does it feel? How does it feel to know that the elites, all the rich people that are white, come into, your Burger King, you make that, and they're like, look at these white niggers. Look at this trash. They don't like you neither. I'm talking to the broke people. I'm talking to the broke racists, the broke non-racists. I'm talking to you. Because we don't control the words. We don't control these words that they put up. Bling, bling. Come on, man. That's a joke. We don't control these words, these slurs, these slangs, these phrases. We don't. And for them to put this up and have no problem putting it up, it's just an eye-opener for everybody. Don't think for a second that they're not playing both of you, that they're not playing all of us, that they keep us arguing with each other about simple things instead of looking at the grand scheme of everything. I'll give you one little jewel in the mouth. The place that I worked today, the city that I worked in, the little town, is a very not prestige. It's very lucrative. A lot of money around. Why? Because it's around all this boating. So much, you can rent boats, you can bring your own boat, all the time. It's a lake. But there's like 18 different lakes you can go to. And they got water parks and all that type of stuff, miniature golf, restaurant. Everything's over here. Big money. It's in New York. Some people know where it is. When I tell you how many, and I'm calling it how I see it, when I tell you how many other race women you've seen that were young, they weren't old, Hispanic, Asian, Black, etc., with old ass white men. I'm saying that because that money is the root of evil shit is no joke. You will literally see these type of women reject their own men, even if they're legit, hardworking, even if they got a little bread. They will reject them, snoot their nose up and everything, just to turn around. And knowing this person's background, because we're not talking about no regular schmegular whites, we're talking about big money whites. Knowing this person's background, or better yet, should we say not knowing? Because maybe they're not wise. They would give all of their youth to this person who is looking at them as a nigger, because that's how they look at their own broke. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say with that. I'm just trying to say that's how they look at their own. They call them niggers. All the people that were working like me today, delivering stuff, making food, it's all niggers. It's how they look at all of us. But since you guys want to play color games and say nigger means black people, no, the fuck it don't, because this word wouldn't exist. This word would not exist if nigger really correlated with black people. Or does it correlate with black people? But we're not talking about people. We're talking about a status. But wait a minute. There's white version. So get out of the spells. Get out of the magic tricks. Just look at what this means. It means a low status white person. Someone who is poor that is white. So they're saying white is not related to being poor. I don't think there's a word called black nigger. I don't think there is. It doesn't make any sense. In the sense that people use it, it doesn't make any sense. But white nigger does. Because you're not supposed to be lazy and ignorant because you're white. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this video, only because I don't believe the jargon about white people. I don't believe they're smart at all. I believe most of the patents that they're getting credit for, they stole. We're not even talking about the 50,000 ones. I'm talking about all different other type shit. The fucking chips and computers. And bro, they did not do all this. You cannot literally have a man on earth who just so happened to be a Negro that made the fucking almanac, and you're going to tell me that his type would not be the blueprint for the fucking computer. You're tripping. You're tripping. I don't believe you. I honestly know that Benjamin Banneker is or should be credited for helping with the encyclopedia, the whole concept of it. The whole concept of it. And remember, Wikipedia comes from encyclopedia. But there's no way that they could have gathered all that information into one thing if some man had already did that. Just want y'all to smoke on that one. Part 2 is coming. But until then, you ever heard the slur white nigger? And now that you know that there is one, should we be clutching on that word like it's meaningful for us? When the elites that called us this call their own skin tone people. Because remember, elites are all different colors. Maybe that's why there's white niggers. I'm not saying that people of color made that word up. I'm saying it's deeper than you think. It goes.